Okay, one of the most attractive traits a man can have is leadership, and this is shown throughout all cultures in the world. Women like a guy who can lead. Now, sometimes this can be a pretty tough thing to do, especially when you're out on a date and when you're out at the bars or something like that, or when you're just talking to girls on the street. It can be kind of tough to show leadership because it's not like we're commanding armies in battle these days. How do you do this when you are in a position where you're talking to a girl that you like, which could be at the bars, could be on the street, which could be on a date? Okay, so I made a list of everything that I do to show leadership when I'm out, and it's basically little things. It's all little things. The way you handle certain situations, there's a way to do it that's better leadership stance than another way to do it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to give you guys is navigating crowds. You're always going to deal with crowds when you're out. It's just what's going to, especially if it's a Friday or Saturday night and you're going out to the bars trying to talk to girls, they will be in a crowd. And if you meet a girl that you like, you're probably going to take your hand and have to lead her through them. Okay? If you're leading a girl through a crowd and you're just kind of waiting for everybody to pass you by, that's not a good look for you. Okay? Even if you're a short dude or the guy's bigger than you, just if a person's in your way, try and move past him. If there's no room, just tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey man, can we get through? So you don't have to shove past people like you're Marshawn Lynch or something. Although that would be pretty funny if you did that. I wonder what the girl's reaction would be. But go through, be kind, respectful, but don't be a doormat. Okay, so the second thing is ordering things. So typically if you're on a dinner date or if you're getting food or you're ordering a drink at the bar and you met a girl that you like, being able to get the bartender's attention, the way that you talk to the waiter or whoever, she's going to look at you. Women, it might not seem like a big deal to you, but it's something that women do look for. Like, how does he talk to other people? How does he handle himself around others? They're looking to see what you're like. So, first of all, be kind and respectful to everyone when you're ordering stuff, but make sure you're assertive. Make sure that they're just they're not ignoring you. Like, if the bartender serves everybody but you at that bar, that's not a good look for you. So make sure you try and get his attention and don't be a dick about it. A lot of times I see guys flashing the cash or really trying to wave him down or something like that. A bartender is going to ignore you intentionally or tell you to fuck off if you do that sort of stuff. So just be paying attention to them and be in an area that they're actually going to. So sometimes the corners of the bar, I don't know why the bartenders just don't see it or they don't make it there. So try and be in an area where he or she is going to be. And, this is probably the best that you can do without, having tits. Okay, so another thing too is planning. Okay, well, I mentioned that example in at the beginning of this video where when you're planning a date, usually it's the guy that's going to make the plans. Usually it's the guy that's going to decide where to go. This is true when you're out as well. If you're out at the bars or you're on a date or something like that and you're just kind of walking down the sidewalk, know the area that you're in. The better you know your area, the better you can lead people to fun stuff, and that's what people are trying to do when they're out. If I meet a girl who is just visiting the area in San Francisco, I know where all the cool places to go. That girl's probably going to want to hang out with me, and 9 times out of 10, if I'm showing her around to all different parts of the city, she's probably going to want to hook up with me as well, just because, this guy's leading me to all these places, and, she sees that I'm, very on top of things, and I'm taking charge. It's all really attractive traits. Okay, so if you're out, try to know your area a little bit better. If you go to the same spots a lot, and a lot of times if a girl is in a big group, that group doesn't know what the fuck to do. They think they might have a plan, but usually they don't. And if you just come up with hey, we're going to go here, they have a dartboard, or they got a pool table, or they got a waterbed, or some fun attraction, that's usually enough to get a group to go somewhere. And if you led the group to a fun area where they all had a good time, that is such a huge social rep up for you that it's going to increase your attractiveness. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? If you're able to take charge, you're able to make decisions for a group, girls will pick up on that. Okay, and then there's also handling situations. If you are, let's say, a lot of times when you're out at the bars, you're on a date, maybe the bouncer comes up to you guys and they don't want you standing in a certain area, and they're like, hey, you guys got to move, or they say something. Bouncers are usually kind of rude, so they'll usually just, try and get you to go out. If you handle it, or at least look like you handle it at the beginning, that shows pretty good leadership, too. So if the bouncer's, trying to tell me to get lost or something like that, or a group is in... I'm talking to a girl and we're in an area where the bouncer doesn't want us to be, I'll just immediately say, cool man, we got it, thanks. And I'm not a dick about it. I'm like legitimately saying, cool man, we got it, no problem. So I'm acknowledging it, taking charge of it, and usually the bouncer will go off and yell to a few more people, so he probably got about a couple minutes until he comes back. If he comes back and tells me again, we'll just move. But I want to show that I'm handling the situation at the beginning, and that's something that you can do too. Okay, the other thing, and this is probably one of the more important ones, or something that's going to... The other things are kind of easy to do, but this is going to take a little bit of practice, and that's leading the conversation. So I have so many videos on how to talk to girls, how to lead the conversation into a direction that you want. And if you're a guy who's comfortable talking, who's good at talking, you're going to naturally lead the conversation. I'm always trying to paint a picture of the girl that I'm talking to. So if I feel like I don't know something about her, or I feel like the picture's not complete, I'm going to ask questions to try and figure that out. And I want her to get to know me better too, so I'm always thinking about that sort of stuff. And a lot of people aren't on top of it when it comes to conversations. Most people in the world don't know how to talk to other people. They just don't. So if you're a guy who does know how to do that, you're going to naturally be leading the conversation. And I'm going to say this because I know a lot of you guys are going to mess this up, and that's you don't have to always be talking to lead. You can be actively listening and be leading the conversation. In fact, actively listening is the best way probably to lead the conversation. I want the girl to talk as much as possible. I want to know more about her. The more she gets invested in me, the more attracted she's going to be to me. Okay? All right, and another thing, as a little thing called managing your space. You want to make sure that people aren't coming into your space too much. If you're at the bars, clubs, people are going to be, it's crowded, people are going to be moving all past you. If people are just knocking you over all the time, and they're not respecting where you're standing in your space, girls are going to pick up on that, and that's not an attractive place to be, man. So be out, have good posture. Having good posture and having a little bit wider stance, maybe shoulder length apart, is going to work wonders for you. And the other thing too is a lot of guys, this is something that I think a lot of people might get the idea of when they watch my video, but I've said it again and again, and that's be kind and do nice things for others. I'll even go out of my way to help others out when I'm hanging out with, if there's a girl that I like and somebody comes up and she's like, hey, like I can't find my phone, like have you seen a wallet? I'll usually I won't be just like, oh no, sorry, like see ya, and then go back to the girl. I'll actually be like, hey, we'll look around, and I'll shine my phone light or something, maybe try and help her find it for a couple minutes. If you do that, you just showed the girl that you're talking to that you're a caring and kind person, and you go out of your way to help others, and you're probably going to go out of your way to help you. That's an extremely attractive trait that girls are looking for, even if it's for a short-term hookup. They want to know that they're with a good guy. They want to know with a guy that takes charge. A lot of people don't do nice things. A lot of people don't do the right thing because they're just scared. How many times do you see, like there was one time where I was in a crowd and this girl fell over and hurt herself, and now I was the only person that, went over to actually see if she was okay. I can't tell you the number of times this has happened, and then of course all the girls that saw me do it in line now wanted to sleep with me, so that was a nice little benefit. But make sure that you're trying to help people out. If I'm standing at the bar and I'm taking up a little bit of room, I'll ask people, hey, do you want to get a drink? Well, why don't you come in? Come in right here. That's just showing leadership. That's trying to make everybody's day better, okay? That is a really attractive thing to do. Okay, and the last thing too, I'm not sure if this is so much a leadership thing, but it's just a general principle that I have. If I'm walking with a girl that I like, I'm concerned for her safety. Women are not as strong as men. So you have to I'm going to put myself in a little bit more of harm's way than her. So if some sketchy looking people are walking down, they don't look like they're safe, I'll probably stand in between them and her, just to, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a little bit of added safety, and a lot of girls will pick up on that. The fact that you're concerned for their safety, the fact that you're actively, making sure that they're okay is a really, really good, attractive thing to be doing. Okay. So that's all the things that I have for basically how to show leadership when you're out, on maybe if you're at the bars or you're out, you're talking to girls in the street or parks or whatever it is, or you're out on a date. If you think of any more, please put them in the comment section below. But those are all the things that I use, man, and they work really well. Remember, it's little things and stepping up and showing confidence and assertiveness, not being a doormat, but also treating people with respect and kindness. That goes miles, dude. You show these qualities to a girl, you're going to put yourself in the top 1%, no problem. So thanks for watching, you guys. If you made it to the end, consider subscribing. Come out with videos like this every single week. If you're interested in my mentorship program, email me, TheSingleGuy2017@gmail.com. I also have a Facebook group where I'm bringing guys together to try and give practical advice for them. But yeah, if you're looking to take your skills up to the next level, you're looking to take your dating life to the next level, shoot me an email. Love to hear from you. Thanks a lot, guys. Good luck with it.